at what point does it just become part of your culture?
See, but from how I learned about culture, I've always learned it as it can only be positives. Because at that point, to identify the negatives, then you have to identify like everyone's negatives, which no one's gonna do, right?
Right, because then like at that point, it's just okay. Positives are part of the culture. Anything negative, we'll just label as a stereotype. But then at the end of the day, like who decides what's good and bad? Like let's say you say weed is bad, so it's a stereotype. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I consider weed good, so it's like no, it's part of the culture.
Right.
And then it's just like,
see,
who the fuck knows?
It's supposed to go into the actual people from the culture, right?
Right.
But like I said, it doesn't. What happens is it goes into mainstream media, and whatever gets accepted is now a part of the culture, and whatever does not get accepted is either turned into, they try to make it a part of the culture, or it's turned into a stereotype. Or basically, our job is to turn into a stereotype. That's our job.
Calm down.
I'm sorry.
First of all,
our fucking job. No, but our job is to turn it into a stereotype. So basically, I feel like what happens is we try to make these things that are very negative into stereotypes to get them away from the culture, right? So that's where it comes to the good side of it. But then, like I said, you have some people within the culture who are okay with the stereotypes, that's when they try to mix in like the good stereotypes, which I don't believe in a good stereotype. I don't. Like, I said earlier, like chicken was a good one, but that's just because
chicken tastes good, man. Chicken,
good.
Everyone likes chicken.
But I don't. A stereotype is a stereotype at the end of the day, like because
Yeah.
they can be used against you both ways all the time. Huh? They can be used against you, so I don't like them, right?
Yeah.
But
then it leads into the whole other thing of like let's say someone that's non-black grows up watching, they just fucking see hip hop one day and they fucking love it. And let's say this is a young kid,
right.
They fucking love it, and then they start copying everything they do,
right.
Like the way they talk, the way they dress, because like that's who they want to be and everything like that.
Right.
Are they now part of the culture?
No.
They're not. So they never will be accepted into the culture.
No. Like, and then again, this is going straight down the line from being just the hard facts and the hard truths of it, right? I can't watch a bunch of I can't start speaking Spanish, watch a whole bunch of like Mexican movies and shit, and embrace myself in you guys' culture. I would never be considered Mexican by you guys ever. That would never happen, right? The only time that this comes up is when it comes up to hip hop culture, which they just mean black people, right? Which I don't believe. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you grew up in the neighborhood and stuff. Now, it's different. We'll accept you. Yeah, cool. Like, you're cool, right? You're like the fucking, like what they say, like the white person that comes to the cookout or whatever. Like, basically, you're invited to the cookout. Come on over, bro. Like, you're fine.
But is it like it's because it's not about what they like. It's not about like them like, oh, he likes rap. Oh, he does this stuff that we do. It's not about it. It's just like no. There's just a cool person that we know.
Right.
It's not really okay.
Right. So it's basically like it's looked at like that. But at the end of the day, the reason, and I'm saying this for me. Now other people can say differently, but this is my thoughts on it. Right. I feel like you're not a part of the culture because at the end of the day, you can pick and choose the shit that you want to be a part of. I cannot, right? So by that I mean, which happens to you too, but for like, let's just say like a white person or whatever, a white person who wants to be a part of the culture and they love hip hop and everything, and sure they grew up around black people, that's fine. But at the end of the day, when I get my ass pulled over and I have to go through this bullshit, you can just keep driving. Like, unless you're basically telling me that you want to sign up to be harassed, when you want to be when you're not doing anything wrong, when you want to fucking walk into places and people instantly either have like a bad attitude or like women grab their purse, or basically anything you come in, you have to make sure that you look okay and make sure that you're smiling, because if you don't smile, they're gonna look at you like oh my god, what's up with this guy?
He's intimidating. He's threatening us.
Oh my
with
god,
his non-smile.
If you're telling me that you want to sign up for that, then fine. Yeah, you're part of the culture at that point. If you want to put up with the bullshit we put up with, go right ahead. But I'm not putting you in the culture just because you think it's cool. I'm happy you think it's cool. Thank you for respecting our culture. but I'm not letting you in just because it's like, oh no, I fuck with y'all. Nah, my G. Like, nah. Like, you got to go through the same bullshit to be in here. The same way, if people want to be like, oh, okay, we get it, you're black and everything, all that stuff, right? I'll flip it for you. All right? So the same way that right now the big thing, the big topic is, gay rights and the LGBTQ and everything.
Yeah.
I cannot step into that community. I cannot. I can talk about the stuff that happens as me as a black person and everything like that, but the stuff they're going through right now.
So like you could support them still not be part of it.
I can support them, but I'm not a part of it because I'm not gay. Like at the end of the day, I'm not. So how can I be like, you know what? I support them, I walk with them, and I basically reap all the benefits. Not gonna happen. Because they're not gonna allow it to happen.
Right, like you could say all this shit and whatever, but they're not gonna treat you the same still as they would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Want to go even deeper and get in fucking. Now we're going on the fucking ledge and shit. All right. Jews and the Holocaust or whatever. Right. Now we can talk about how that shit was fucked up and everything. Me personally, I think, hey, we took a L, you took a L too, my nigga. Like we took a L for fucking 400 years. You took one for 4 years. Some change. But you took an L, all right? But I gotta respect your L. Even though I'm like, but I gotta respect your L, right? No Jewish person is gonna be like, hey, because you respect us, you get what we went through with the Holocaust and everything, you're an honorary Jew. Like, come on in, like, here's all the stuff that we get and everything. They're not gonna do that. I'm not Jewish at the end of the day, so.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy if
It'd be awesome.
Like the Orthodox or like whatever big Jewish church, I don't know what it is, big Jewish cathedral, what is it? Synagogue.
Yeah, synagogue.
Like the biggest one ever was just like, because our people and black people have gone pretty much through similar shit throughout history, we're just gonna join up
we're
gonna help each other and shit like that. That'd be fucking insane.
I know
cool,
there is a such thing as black Jews, but that kind of goes back to my point. There's black Jews that are just Jews.
Right. You have to make the distinction.
Yeah.
What about this scenario?
Hit me.
Someone put you on the
bitch.
Bloody Mary's back.
Paige Hurt with his dick.
She reloaded. She's ready for more. How about this?
I feel like, wait, real fast side note. I feel like because like we talk about these certain girls so much. These are like our fantasy, like top of the board. Like if shit was crazy, right? Shit was super lit. When this podcast does hit that moment and they hear this shit, we're gonna meet them. That's gonna be like the.
You know, I'm gonna be so shy. I'm like, hey, hi. I'm gonna be so fucking awkward.
Hi, Kehlani. Do you remember me? I held a camera in front of your face.
My voice gonna crack.
You performed, and my dick got really hard.
Yeah, I'm so what?
Huh?
She didn't know that.
She knew it. The way she stared at that motherfucking camera, she knew that shit. She was like, got another one. Got another one.
She can't tell.
I would beat the Everybody Hates Chris out of fucking Paige Hurt, bro. Like, every episode, I would beat. All right? Every episode.
Let it be known.
Let it be known. All right? I'm out here.
Complete series.
I know I got a fiance and all, but hey.
Hall pass.
On the record, off the record. Look, I don't got a hall pass. But I got a hall pass.
You know what I'm saying? Between me and you, audience.
Between me and you? If you don't tell, I'm gonna tell. I'm sorry. If I catch that body, I gotta tell. I try to work it out with my girl afterwards. Fuck it.
Nah, it's just for the show. We were just making jokes for the show. It was a bit, baby. Baby, it was a bit.
She was trying to be a part of the show, and I was like, look, there's an initiation.
Can you please sit on the black casting couch?
It's like, look, you know what I'm saying? Continue. I'm sorry. I was about to really go like real far with that. I was like, I gotta stop.
Did you hear they took out that scene in Toy Story 2 where it's basically it was like a blooper at the end, and one of the toys was talking to Barbie saying like, "Oh, you want to be an actor? Hey, you should meet me in my trailer." And blah, blah. They took that scene. It was a funny scene, and like the whole reason was just like Disney's excuse was like it just wasn't funny. I was like, that's kind of funny.
That shit was
especially funny. For kids, like whatever.
But in my trailer, girl, come suck this dick.
But okay, let's put it in this scenario. I'm gonna kind of flip it a little for you. Right. Let's say you were born in Japan.
Okay.
You grew up in Japan. You basically were raised in the Japanese culture.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a part of the culture? Are you part of Japanese culture?
If I was born in Japan, but I'm still me.
Yeah, you're still you. You're still black or whatever. But you were born there.
Mm-hmm.
You were raised there, and now you're at this age. You're 30 years old, whole life in Japan.
I'm not 30. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm obviously lying, so they don't know. So next week you're gonna be 50. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Japan. Mm-hmm. Am I part of the culture? No.
Still no.
No. Because
don't you think you growing up there and everything, don't you feel like you would be entitled to like be part of the culture? Like,
oh yeah,
I grew up.
I can feel like I'm entitled, but they're not going to put me in the culture because I am not Japanese.
So no matter what you do, no matter how much you love the culture,
it does not matter because you're not of that ilk. And the only reason this is like this, like I said, is because of other cultures. If other cultures were I feel like our culture is the most lenient.
American culture?
No. Black culture. Oh. Like, black culture is the most lenient fucking culture out there. And people fucking, they come and they go, and when they want to get... I was about to say that, but I was like, when they want to get hot, they jump in it, and they're all fucking jade up, and these are all my niggas. Yeah. And then as soon as shit goes bad, I ain't fuck with them niggas. Like,
I just, I was all the weed. That's why I was acting crazy.
It was bad. It's too much about drugs and the over-sexualization of women and stuff like that. But anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Buy my new country album.
I'm still gonna suck Mike Will's dick though, cause I like it. Shout out to Mike Will. He hit Molly. Anyway. But yeah, no, because they're not gonna accept me. Yeah, I'm not a part of that culture. Period. And it's just, again, we could talk about who Triple G, right? Triple G has set his whole boxing career.
Oh, based on the Mexican style.
Yeah, it's based on the Mexican style. He loves the Mexican style. He wants to fight Mexican style. Triple G is not Mexican. Mexicans don't consider Triple G Mexican. like they can watch him fight. They like him.
Yeah, I hate that too. Because then when he fought Canelo, it was
they switched like a motherfucker.
Pure Canelo.
Everyone was for Canelo, and Triple G, in my opinion, did more for Mexicans than Canelo did. Well, I would say when it comes to like the promoting of boxing and shit and the style and everything, Triple G has been screaming that from the jump. He's like, I like Mexican style. I like getting there and banging. I like, standing toe to toe and everything. Like getting there and just fucking my opponent. So like, just look at him in his eye.
Give him a good fisting.
Look at him in his eye and give him my dick as I beat his ass.
That's why they pay me the big.
But yeah, no. As soon as that fight happened, Canelo is Mexican.
Yep.
At the end of the day,
yeah, I guess you're right.
And
it's a sad thought though, man. Because like, because you like what I like the whole like even the second scenario of like you growing up in Japan, all that shit. Mm-hmm. Doesn't like the right answer feel like it should be like you're part of the culture.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
It feel like that sucks. That
like
really sucks.
That's why you're considered. Well, at least you're supposed to be, but they don't consider you guys that anymore. Which is at one point they did, which I don't know why they stopped.
What?
But you're supposed to be a Mexican American,
right?
You're not supposed to be just a Mexican, right? That was a thing for a while, right?
Oh, the whole adding American to everything. Yeah.
But now you're just a Mexican, like the same way like African American has really dissipated, and now it's just black people. Mm-hmm. Going back to that, right? And now it's Africans and it's black people. There's no African Americans, right? And that's what I'm talking about. So it has nothing to do with where you're born or where you're from and everything. Whatever your culture is, that it's in your DNA. That's what you are.